Democrats and the left. It's convenient, you know? If you're trying to get in the Supreme Court and they ask you to define what a woman is, you can't do that. But you could be, I think everybody knows what my pronouns are. But for those of you who don't know, I'm John Tobacco, and if you're wondering, you mean we're banging on a bus. Well, number one, Mayor, we paid for that damn bus. And we want to pay. USA! 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 USA!
Last night I was in Queens planning another rally when I got the word from John Tobacco that the police were making arrests and that the illegal aliens were coming. So we immediately ran down here. I could not believe what I was seeing in this beautiful place that we call Staten Island in the heart of America. A police occupation. There were 300 cops here.
More, definitely more.
Well, I wasn't too good at math.
On the other side.
And those of you who are here, remember, I went up to each and every one and I lectured them. And I said to them, how could you do this? How? Look right now. I do rallies all over the city. There are no drones at any of the other rallies, not at Creedmoor, not at Floyd Bennett Field. The only drones are put up by Eric Adams when we're here in Staten Island because we hate you, Eric Adams. This is 1984 Orwell. You're not criminals. Last night there were hundreds of cops because of Chief Joe's got to go. Today there are more people here now than were last night, and yet look how much smaller the number of cops. In fact, let's give the police of New York City a great round of applause. Now, State Senator Andrew Lanza, what a soldier he is. At every rally, he's here before the speeches, during all the long speeches, and he's the last one to leave. This is what you call a person who does constituent service, regardless of being a Republican or Democrat. He's here with the people. Let's give a great round of applause. Now, I came tonight with an intention of getting my 81st arrest. There are a lot of people here who were intending to get arrested with me tonight. But Chief Joe, you don't deserve it, but I'm going to do you a solid. You don't have enough cops here to arrest all of us. So tonight, no. The next time, oh, the mother of all actions and nonviolent disobedience. So this one's for you, NYPD. You didn't bring an army out because you know this is not Black Lives Matter and Antifa, enemies of America. When the police department was under attack all throughout New York City, all throughout America. In the George Floyd summer of 2020, with the lockdown and pandemic, people were hiding in their homes, hiding in their businesses, afraid to go out and help and support the police. You remember that? Yes. Americans became cowards. And every night, Black Lives Matter and Antifa looted and shoot shot people and attacked the police and threw Molotov cocktails and had the police on the run because the feckless and weak politicians like Bill de Blasio, the part-time mayor, the dope from Park Slope, basically surrendered, retreated, and told the cops to stand down.
Right, right.
But there was one borough that did not stand down.
No!
They stepped up for the police.
That's right.
And that was all of you in Staten Island. North Shore, you marched on Highland Boulevard for the first ever Blue Lives Matter support rally.
Blue Lives Matter.
And there was Black Lives Matter and Antifa, and your congressman, Max Rose, decided to march with the enemy of America. And look at what happened to him in the next election. You got Nicole Malliotakis, who kicked his ass. There's a lesson to be learned. You stood with the flag, you stood with America, you stood for law and order, you stood with the police. When John Tobacco spoke to you earlier, his father was a police officer. State Senator Andrew Lanza, his father was a police officer. When these men speak of what they saw last night, understand, it's a hell of a lot harder for them than for me, who was used to getting wooden shampoos and concrete facials when I started the Guardian Angels. But I looked into the eyes of State Senator Andrew Lanza, and it was like he was crying for us in America. He couldn't believe the military occupation that was taking place against rock-ribbed, all-American Staten Island residents, the most patriotic of boroughs. The borough that has more patriotic parades. Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Flag Day, the only 4th of July parade longest running in the nation in Travis. Flags on every block in every community. This is a place that breathes, eats, sleeps. I love America 24/7. So one day, they came out and they occupied Midland Beach. I wasn't here as many of you were here when Midland Beach got wiped out in Superstorm Sandy. But the few times I came through, I never saw that many cops here when the flood devastated your lives. So it's good to see the common sense, pragmatic minds realize they made a mistake last night. And this night they come out in normal force, in normal quality, to provide security, but not to interfere with our First Amendment right of free speech, Eric Adams. You will not deny us free speech. We have a right to say you have sold us out. You're the mayor of the illegal aliens. You have thrown all the elderly people out of the senior citizen home, the last being a 95-year-old woman. I'm talking to you, Eric. His husband was a World War II veteran, the greatest generation. Will work to make way for illegal aliens. We don't know who they are. They haven't been vetted. They haven't been vaccinated. We haven't checked them medically. We've given them an easy pass. Staten Island is pro-immigration, legal immigration. Legal immigration. And I heard the swagger man with no plan earlier. He said it was ugly what happened in Staten Island last night. Ugly, huh?
What about the Israel guy?
You know what's ugly? I'll tell you what's ugly. When I walk the streets with the guardian angels, and we see African American men, homeless, destitute, emotionally disturbed, and Eric Adams, you forsake your own people to come and give money to illegal aliens. That's ugly. When we see people, our own people, veterans, who if they're down on their luck and they're in a shelter, must be inside by 10 at night. They have a curfew or they lose their bed. But the illegal aliens get to stay out to the break of dawn and party hardy, as if they joined a frat or a sorority. Smoking cerveza, smoking weed, taking minibikes and Vespas up and down the streets, unregistered, no licenses. How is it they get away with that, but Americans cannot? Eric Adams, you have forsaken America. You have forsaken veterans. You have forsaken your own African American people who elected you mayor. And we will not forget those who have forsaken Americans. You, Eric Adams, Kathy Hochul, Joe Biden. They have stained this American flag. If I have to hear Eric Adams again say how we have to do what's best for the asylum seekers, no, you have to do what is in the best interest of Americans. And I will tell you, if I hear another elected official, Democrat or Republican, say that Eric Adams is trying his best. Oh, but he's trying. He's too busy dancing. He's very successful in destroying our city, destroying our state, and destroying our country. I will not forgive him. I will not forget him. In 2 years, I'm dedicating my life again, 24/7, 365. Let's go! Again, a one-term mayor. He will pay a political price. He thought he could ride to Washington, to the White House, by bringing in illegal aliens. We know the plan. One day they'll be normalized. One day they'll have anchor babies. One day they'll marry Americans. And then they'll be whole and work and vote and remember who? They'll remember Eric Adams, Hochul, and Biden, Democrats, and they'll vote Democrat to the day they die. We know what this plan is. Meantime, we're the ones who are being sacrificed. Our children in school, they're told you have to be fully vaccinated. I have 3 sons in public school. If they're missing one vaccination, they're on the outside looking in. But if you're an illegal alien child, you get to the front of the line. You don't have to have ugats, bubbles. They want work permits for illegal aliens. Staten Island is an island where men and women had to make a moral decision, had to sacrifice their pensions, their mortgages, their homes, their entire life. When first de Blasio and then Eric Adams said, you either take the vaccine or you're fired. Fired! And during the lockdown and pandemic, every night at 7 o'clock, we walked outside, we hit the pots and pans, we applauded all the civil servants, many of whom got swallowed into the belly of the beast of coronavirus and COVID-19, and to this day are buried deep in the sod of Staten Island. They were the heroes, right? Yeah. And then Bill de Blasio and now Eric Adams turned all of them into zeros. We will not forgive. We will not forget. Meantime, you're an illegal alien. No medical checks, no vaccinations. Hey, give them a job. You know who's getting jobs? The American people, because we have to pay for this. So let me give you the plan. Because every time I speak, I give you a plan, because remember, your other elected officials, they don't give you no plan. Some of them are working hard. They're in court with lawyers. Staten Island leads, the others follow. You got two great dynamic lawyers who are in there constantly, with Andrew Lancer, your state senator, with Vito Fasella, with Nicole Malliotakis, and your elected officials, trying to find every nuance in the law to stop this. Let's give them all a great round of applause. Then you have the rebels. You have Scott Lebedo. Let's give the rebels. And then you have John Tobacco. And in this city of 8.5 million people, in every borough, I am considered and accept the position of leader of all the rebels.
Floyd Benfield, I came from Rockaway. Keep up doing what you're doing, because it's insane what's going on here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks. I heard my mother lived in here. She got thrown out over the winter time, so Mayor Adams and Governor Hochul could put in illegal immigrants. That's fucking bullshit. So I came over here to support the rally, and Rockaway stands with Staten Island.
Who personally, could you reiterate, who personally did you know who was there?
My mother. My mother lived here for over 8 years. And we got a letter this winter that she had to move out. No one said the reason why. I had no idea illegal immigrants were coming in here. They said it was closing down. And the city bought it. Bunch of lies. The mayor don't care about this city, all the people in it. They don't care. Same with the governor. Governor doesn't care about the people here. It's a disgrace what's going on. I seen the immigrants come in last year in Texas. I never thought it was going to make it to New York. And it's going to get worse in every neighborhood in this country. America better wake up. Better wake up, people.
And how does it make, what was going through your head when you heard that they were going to put migrants here?
I'm angry. They threw out my mother. She was born in Brooklyn. I've been coming to Staten Island since 1970. All my uncles and cousins are here. This is a second neighborhood to me. And they put illegal immigrants in here? Yeah! Fuck you! It's ridiculous what's going on here. It's a joke. And when we're Americans, I'm all for legal immigration. Come through the right way. We got laws. Come through the right way. That's it. Don't let us bring them in over here and throw out the Americans that have been here. It's a joke what's going on here in this country. It's a joke. Yeah. I'm from the Rockaways, that's right. Yes, I was by Floyd Benfield. I had to come over to Verrazano Bridge to pay that fucking toll here. USA! 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 That's a joke. Floyd Benfield's been closed. Floyd Benfield can't have anyone living there. It's a deserted area. There's raccoons and possums in there, and fucking bears. You don't want to live in there. The migrants ain't gonna want to live in there. It's insane what's going on. I've been showing up and supporting the rallies. I was on Flatbush Avenue with Toys R Us, then Floyd Benfield, now here in Staten Island. I'm here to support them. This country's going to hell. It's a joke what's going on here.
Get them out!
Get them out!
Get them out! Get them out!
Any final words?
Yeah, final words. If Mayor Adams had any balls, he'd put them on the bus and send them back to Washington with Governor Hochul on there. Fuck them.
Most of them for trespassing, non-violent crimes. Some of them were just charged for 20 years.
What
what a difference 24 hours makes. When I was here late last night, it was 300 cops. It was a code red. You would have thought it was a military occupation. And I was like in the face of the cops saying, how could you do this? There's no threat against you or anyone. And then tonight, with our rally, the police response was the way it should always be. This is not a crowd you have to worry about. This is not like Black Lives Matter or Antifa that might actually attack you. But they tried to sneak the illegal aliens in last night. There needs to be transparency. If they're going to try it, we're going to stop them. Staten Island is where we stop this invasion. Yeah, Sunday, 11 o'clock. And from here, when everybody assembles, we're going to march over to St. John Villa because there are two flashpoints. We believe if we can stop them putting illegal aliens from the Roosevelt Hotel in St. John Villa, which has been a success, and now with the senior citizen home, which has been converted for the migrants, I think definitely Eric Adams will decide it's not worth the fight in Staten Island. Say that again. Well, every day we have to be vigilant. Every night we have to watch because they'll try to sneak the buses in. Look, nobody should ever hurt any of the migrants. They're just political pawns. But let's face it, if you were put on a bus from Grand Central, the Roosevelt Hotel, taken to a place that at night is pretty damn empty with nothing to do and nowhere to go, you have to walk like a half mile to the nearest store. And then you're not being given the red carpet treatment like you are in Manhattan. I think you're going to turn to your supervisors and tell them, take us back to Manhattan. We don't need to be here in Staten Island. And that's the strategy. Yeah, that's already happened at St. John Villa, where they tried to bring migrants in, and the migrants said, no, we don't want to stay here. For two reasons. The accommodations, backup of sewerage, no running water, sleeping on the floor, as opposed to being in Manhattan, where you get your own hotel room that we pay $386 a night for. Turnout tonight, very good, and it's growing. So every time we call a rally, more and more people show up because they realize how serious we are. It's not do one rally and disappear. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And that's what you do well when you're a community organizer. Oh, the solution comes at the border. We see the video. Thousands are coming north. Got to close the border. Then if you want to accept those that are truly asylum seekers, you set up little courts right at the border with magistrates to give them an initial review. 90% will fail the test to be an asylum seeker. The other 10% you let in, you give them a court date at a federal court, and if they can prove their case that they're being abused because they're gay or lesbian or the political point of view or they're a victim of domestic dispute, of violence, or gangs are trying to kill them, well then we'll welcome them in. But you got to do it legally, correctly, and not disjointed as it is now where anybody can come in.
He changes his rhetoric every day.
Well, he's seen the many demonstrations around the city. He knows that the epicenter of the resistance is Staten Island. He's got to make a decision. He called what happened here last night ugly. No. What's ugly is how he's handled it. He's invited the migrants in. He's promised them everything. And you can't just turn that off. How do you get them to go back to the farm when they've been to Gay Paris? You see, everybody wants to come to New York City. I don't blame them. But now you're going to turn off the spigot? You can't. It's too late. It's got to start in the White House, and it's it's got to start where we're rejecting migrant centers. So some neighborhoods will have them who don't resist, and other neighborhoods that do resist won't have them. Concluding thoughts is every day, every night, it's another battle because you can't trust any of the politicians, Republicans or Democrats. They use what I call tricknology. They think we're sheep, and as sheep, they think they're our sheep herder. Guess what? We don't need them to lead us. Just do your job, and we'll take care of the rest. You got it.
Large chief of ours, Joe.
Meatball Joe.
Meatball
Now, one of the main things they try to do to squash an uprising is to take out the leaders. The male is under attack in America. They don't want that. If you look at the January, he be gracious to you. May he lift you up by his countenance. Man up, woman up, become your own independent person and realize how screwed that your lives are. Everybody just thinks, look, we're tired of being pissed off that these progressives are purposely destroying our hard-working lives. It's boring. We become numb to it. But the Democrat, the black community, the brown community, they are getting harder hit than anybody. Their own party. What? Only Republican children are going to get raped or get pushed in front of a train? No. And the criminals don't ask who you are, who you voted for. We have to get the Democrats to wake up and realize.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
We cannot quit.
Just escort. That's it. We know who's doing it. Get rid of them. Thanks.
I just ripped the thing off and I said, I'm done. This is what they do, okay? There was a system to destroy this country. I knew it 30 years ago. Curtis knew it, and they laughed at us. Some of you laughed at us. That's okay. Tinfoil hat guy getting arrested. You know, hey, look at Scott. He's doing. Hey, look at Curtis. They're crazy. Now you understand.
Crazy in a good way.
I'm not popping my bubble here or his.
We repent.
It's all right. But this is all right. Your repent is here that you are in the street. They saw. See, look, you work. You have families. You tend to the herd. You don't go out in the street. You never had to. And they saw this. They saw it. And they said, look at how complacent as they suck up the milk and honey. We're going to take them right down. And they're not even going to know it. Oh, you fucking know it now.
They woke up a sleeping giant.
They know it now. Capadano says in the battle zone to pray. My father was a cop, but you know what? We all hate highway cops.
That's all. Remember, get on the phone, tell everyone you know, even if you got Democrat friends, like I said, right in front of the gate.
Shove these illegal aliens into every nook, cranny, and corner of Staten Island. We're gonna fill up St. Joe's Villa, St. John's Villa.